You're listening to Health and Wellness section with Sarah Shobbs. This podcast is a fun, entertaining, and enlightening look at health, wellness, and healthy lifestyle. We help break down complex health issues and make them easy to understand and overcome. The insights you get here will help you transform your health and live your best life ever. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, welcome back to another episode on Health and Wellness section with Sarah Shobbs. I remain your humble host. I'm a registered nurse, a podcaster. I think if you don't know about me, that's just a brief introduction about myself. So, in honor of Valentine's Day, because today is Valentine's Day and I'm super excited. So let me be the first or the last person to wish you Happy Valentine's Day. I am going to dedicate this podcast or this episode to talk about self-love. Yes, I want to talk about the impact of self-love to our physical, emotional, and mental health. What does self-love mean? Self-love simply means having high regard for your well-being, both your mental, your physical, and your emotional well-being. So taking care of your needs and also appreciating yourself also have a lot to do with your self-love. So are you willing to love yourself more than ever before? Are you willing to do things for yourself, not just because people are watching you or because you think you need to do it, but you are doing it for yourself because you know that this is me and I have to do this for myself. So the only one who gets to decide your worth is you, and it begins when you decide to show yourself some love as much as you do to others. So if you are showing other people love and you are not doing the same thing to yourself, that is not love, because you can only give what you have. If you don't love yourself, you can't give it to others. So how you love yourself is how you teach other people to also love you. And you know one thing is that self-love isn't selfish. You can only give unto others what you have. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4 has a lot of things to do about love. Love is kind, love is patient. You can read the rest to know about that. I'm not preaching Bible on my podcast, but because of what we are discussing, that also have a lot of things to do about love. Love is being explained in that 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4. It has a lot of things to say about love. Self-love is also the heart of valuing your own well-being and your overall health. Do you know some people, they are just too carefree. They don't care about their well-being. They are just doing things the way they feel they need to just do things. They do things for doing sake and they don't care about their well-being. I love to involve myself in things that would make me happy all the time. Some people think that self-love is liking the way they look and liking their personality, but let me tell you that it has so much to do with you being patient with yourself, holding yourself accountable but not beating yourself up. So sometimes you have to hold yourself accountable for so many things and you don't want to beat yourself up for maybe because you failed or you didn't meet up to the standard or so many things. So self-love is wanting the best for yourself and more. There are many ways you can practice self-love, and I'll be talking about 6 ways that you can practice self-love. The first one is self-compassion. Self-compassion simply involves acting the same way towards yourself when you are having a difficult time, probably when you fail or you notice something you don't like about yourself. And this self-compassion also means that you have deep understanding of yourself. Just stop criticizing yourself over everything. Sometimes you face difficult situation. How do you handle that situation? Do you have the self-compassion for yourself? Are you being patient with yourself that, oh, I might have failed now, but that does not define me. This is me. This is just a difficult time for me, but I'm going to skip through this process. You speak to yourself in the language you understand. The second way that you can practice the self-love is practice forgiveness. Stop punishing yourself for your mistake. Accept that you are not perfect and be gentle with yourself. So when you confronted with your shortcomings, try and forgive yourself. You are not perfect. So one way that you can remind yourself that you are worthy even when you are not performing well is to put a sticky note near your bed, near your desk at work, or in your wallet, or you make it as a reminder in your phone that please be gentle and be kind with yourself. Say positive things into yourself. I have sticky notes around my room. So when I wake up, sometimes I might be down. Just reading through those things I've written down about myself, what I feel about myself and what I love about myself makes me feel, it just makes me calm and relaxed. The third thing I want to talk about is practice mindfulness. Mindfulness simply means a moment to moment awareness of one's experience without judgment. And the Cambridge Dictionary also define mindfulness as the practice of being aware of your body, your mind, and your feelings in the present moment. So, how can you practice mindfulness? Meditation is also part of mindfulness. You can meditate. I don't do it all the time, but sometimes when I want to meditate, I meditate, and it really helps a lot. When you wake up, you can practice mindfulness when you wake up. Ask yourself, what is my intention for today? If it will take you to say some self-affirmation to yourself, you do that. Don't just jump out of bed. Pick positive things into your life before you stand up from bed. You can stretch, you can just do something that would make you prepare your mind for today.
And you can also practice mindful eating, which is very important. Listen to your body. If you are not hungry, you ask yourself, am I really hungry? Do I really need to eat? Am I hungry, or I am just tasty, or I just need to drink water, or I just need to maybe I'm just overwhelmed, or because of the stress I've gone through and then I feel like I'm hungry. So you need to listen to yourself and ask yourself that question, am I hungry? If you're not hungry, you can take some other thing and then eat according to your hunger. You are hungry, but that does not mean you should overeat. So eat according to your hunger. And another one is that if you don't love it, don't eat it. So if it doesn't taste well in your mouth, don't bother to eat it, because sometimes we want to force ourselves to eat a particular thing. You don't like it, don't bother to eat it. Another thing that I want to say about ways that we can improve our self-love is also using self-talk. Self-talk is the inner dialogue we have running through our head most hour of the day. So it is something we do unconsciously, and sometimes our self-talk can be very negative, leading to feeling of self-doubt, self-judgment. So there is a way that you can an easy way and actionable way to do this is to give yourself positive affirmation. What are the things that you like about yourself? What are you proud of? You can have an affirmation that you'll be reading, positive affirmation that you'll be reading about yourself, which I'll be talking about at the end of this episode. You can even have your own personal affirmation. I have if I'm having this negative thought in my head, I just keep telling myself, Sarah, you are great. Sarah, you are unique. Sarah, you can do better. I understand that you are facing this difficult situation, but you are going to get there. Be calm with yourself. Be gentle. The Lord is preparing a great place for you. I just convert that negative thought into a positive one, and then I find myself being relaxed and the old negative thought is just gone, and then I start prophesying positive things into my life, which is a good way to start. The next thing I would say about ways you can improve your self-love is set health boundaries. So make room for healthy habits. Start truly caring for yourself by mirroring that in what you eat, how you exercise, and what you spend time doing. Do things not to get it done or because you have to, but because you care about you. Sometimes some people want to exercise because they see people doing it. So don't do things because you have to do it. or because you are seeing other people doing it, but do it because you care about yourself. Started making juice for myself because I care about myself, I care about my health, and because I want to improve a lot of things about me. Do things because you care about yourself. Have a great support system around you. Let go of toxic relationship. If you notice that there is a particular person in your life that is just being too toxic and the person is always being negative all the time, let go of the person. Set boundaries. It's not that you are not going to be friends with that person, but there is boundaries to the friendship. There is boundaries between both of you. There is limits to the friendship or to the way you people relate. You don't go and meet the person for advice that you know that the person will probably be negative about it. So you probably go to someone else or that is being positive. Something happened recently at my workplace, and my colleague, she started using glasses, but then she's not feeling herself. She's not being positive. She felt like, why would she be using glasses? How will people see her? And then I saw it. I noticed that she's just been negative. It's just a normal thing that comes unconsciously. And I noticed that I had to tell her, oh wow, this glass looks so beautiful on you. I started saying positive thing, and her whole mood had to come back to normal. And she felt like, really, I just noticed that it looks so good on this glass. I just noticed this, and I'm like, oh, you didn't know that before. And she said, oh, I have this over. Sometimes when I say some things and I just bring your whole mood back to normal. Like I will help you reset your mood. It's a good way. So another thing I want to say about self-love, how you can improve your self-love, is discover your primary love language. It is not every time that this primary love language, somebody will probably relate it, or somebody will probably give it to you, or they would practice your love language. No, we have different primary love language. But there is word of affirmation, there is heart of service, there is receiving gift, there is quality time, and there is physical touch. So for the word of affirmation, you are the type of person that love word of affirmation. You can do that yourself. Always speak positive. Have your own word of affirmation, even if nobody is recommending or nobody appreciates your dressing. You can say it yourself. Go and check the mirror and say, wow, I look so gorgeous. I am just so cute on this thing. I do it. Sometimes when I feel like my mood is just going down, I go and check the mirror and I'm speaking to myself, saying positive things into myself, which helps a lot. So you can speak your love language to yourself. You love receiving gifts. You can gift yourself. You can buy a gift for yourself and present it to yourself in a nice way that anybody will present it to you. Just go to the market or order for anything and present it to yourself. That is just it. I used to do it. I buy myself gifts. Sometimes I just feel like I need to buy this book. It's a gift for myself. When it comes, I feel like, oh, thank you, and I'm thanking myself that I bought it because I have to give myself that thing. So you will have different quality time. You can spend time with yourself. Spend time alone. Spend time meditating. Spend time enjoying yourself. Just you alone, enjoying the moment. If you want to take yourself out. Go and experience nature. Go and check out new places that you feel that you need to go and just relax. So it's also you spending quality time with yourself so you can practice your own love language. Yes. So for the self-love affirmation, you can say to yourself, I am proud of myself and all that I have accomplished. I acknowledge my own self-worth. I have deep understanding of myself. I am being gentle on myself and I'm being kind on myself. I choose to be happy. I would learn and grow. Add anything that you want to add to your self-affirmation. and it will go a long way. Focus on what you have to be grateful for. So you can keep a journal for this by focusing on what you have to be grateful for in a day. Maybe after the whole day, you can write the activities that happened all through the day and write one thing that you are grateful for. Write it. I am grateful for meeting so person today, and I feel like everything is working for me. Just keep the journal, keep writing. Also, remember to speak to yourself with love. Reward yourself always and love yourself. What you don't have, you cannot give to others. So when you love yourself, you can easily pass the love on to others and also love someone else compassionately. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I'm really grateful. Continue to practice self-love and continue to show love to one another, and continue to practice self-care, self-love, and meditate always. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, and have a fabulous day or week. Bye.